What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel, Sports, Life, and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel, YouTube's #1 couch detective, and I'm here for the news. And believe it or not, I done it again. And if you say what, I done knocked it out of the park one more time. Now, in a lot of these videos, I allege there's a lot of Luciferianism, there's a lot of witchcraft, pagan belief systems, and a whole lot of devil worship going on in today's society. Now, in this case of Jesse McFadden, of the mass killing in Oklahoma where a man killed his whole entire family, plus two teenage girls who went missing, who went to spend the night over his daughter's house. Or I think it was his stepdaughter, but nevertheless, they were in the same home. Now, watching this video clip, you're going to get to see that I've been right all along about a lot of these men and a lot of these people, whether it be people like Salvador Ramos or Carlos Dominguez or Robert Crimo, or these three young men who killed the lady throwing rocks off the freeway. A lot of these people are Luciferians and are into witchcraft heavily. And I'm not new to this. I made these videos over a year ago. Modern day witches. Are you practicing witchcraft unbeknownst to you? Black women and witchcraft. Fascist religion growing in the United States of America. Johnny Depp exposed as a low-life devil worshiper scumbag. And the list goes on and on. And I covered another story of a man in Utah who killed his entire family plus his mother-in-law. So he killed 8 people, including himself. This is nothing new. And I've told people inside of some of these homes, there are things going on that you cannot understand and that you may not be able to fathom. But let's take a look at this clip and see if we can't uncover what's really going on here. Let's take a look.
I'm angry. This should have never happened.
A father's search for answers leading him into a house of horrors. Nobody prepared for what was inside or the potential evidence missed by investigators.
And this is the home. This is the home of Jesse McFadden, the one who just killed his entire family in Oklahoma. The investigation was so poor, it makes you think that there's something rotten in Denmark. Let's take a look.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. Hold on.
Call the sheriff. Don't touch him. Don't move him.
Along with Adria Goins, I'm Kevin Overland. Tonight we're following blockbuster developments in that ghastly murder-suicide that shocked the state and nation, leaving 7 people dead, including 5 children.
Brittany Brewer, Ivy Webster, Tiffany Guess, Michael Mayo, and Riley Allen, all between the ages of 13 and 17, along with Holly Guess, each shot to death.
Investigators have confirmed...
Let's go back and look at these young people.
Tiffany Guess.
Now, the people who were, the children that were living with that father was enduring a lot of psychological damage, a lot of sexual, ritualistic abuse, and for other parents to allow their children to go over there without vetting other parents, that's basically unacceptable at this point in this society. We could no longer just say, oh yeah, I'll let my daughter go spend the night over there. I'll talk to him on the phone. Is it okay with you? Yes, okay with me. She can go over there without going to look no more. Those days is over. There's a lot of sick people out here who are doing a lot of disgusting, low-down, demonic things. But did you see the picture of these people right here? Of all these young people, plus the mother. And this mother was into witchcraft too, believe it or not. Well, we're going to keep watching this video.
Michael Mayo and Riley Allen, all between the ages of 13 and 17, along with Holly Guess, each shot to death.
Investigators have confirmed convicted sex offender Jesse McFadden killed those 6 victims, dead himself. Earlier this week, law enforcement released the home where the murders occurred, giving it back to the property owner, and as of Tuesday afternoon, there was no longer an active investigation at this location.
In an effort to figure out what led up to this horrific murder-suicide, the families of the victims have launched their own search for answers.
The parents of teenager Ivy Webster wanted to go through the crime scene, hoping they could find something that would explain what happened. Once the crime tape was removed from the home and the scene released by law enforcement, the family went inside.
They left yesterday devastated by what they found. News 4's Kaylee Olivas with us the entire time. She joins us with an exclusive.
Well, Adria, Kevin, we first want to warn you, the images you're about to see from inside the home are disturbing. It was hard to watch Ivy's family as they discovered what they believe is crucial evidence that was left behind by law enforcement. In a matter of minutes, they found their own daughter's cell phone tucked away in a cabinet, and that was just the beginning. Now they're wondering whether law enforcement dropped the ball.
From the sounds of this, the law enforcement never picked the ball up. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous on every level. So I can't wait to see what comes of this.
We can't have parents go through what we have. I'm angry. This should have never happened.
His daughter Ivy was only 14 years old when Jesse McFadden murdered her. Okmulgee police say Ivy died from a gunshot wound to the head. Her family has zero answers, couldn't say goodbye, and has no closure. So now they're looking for it.
I feel that my daughter, even right now, is standing behind me, telling me, Dad, keep going. Keep doing this. Phone or phone case.
Thursday afternoon, News 4 was invited by Webster and his family to take a closer look at where his daughter took her last breath. Behind these walls, the family found sex and bondage devices. In one of the bedrooms were restraints bolted into the bed frame. There was all.
And you see what I say about the restraints. And that's in somebody's house. That's unbelievable that those kids in that house was enduring that, and that somebody was allowed to come spend the night at their house.
Last breath. Behind these walls, the family found sex and bondage devices. In one of the bedrooms were restraints bolted into the bed frame. There was also a shelf filled with books about witchcraft.
Now, I've been saying this for over a year plus. Some people starting to come around and starting to believe it. There have been people who said, yeah, you just adding, you dealing in hyperbole. This is extreme exaggeration. Yeah, it ain't really like that. Ain't people devil. Some of these people are into witchcraft. I did a video on Wiccan, the fastest growing religion in America. And we know that witches love kids. That goes for men and male witches and female witches. And there's always going to be ritualistic sexual abuse. Look what's in this house.
10 feet away in the kitchen, another restraint with chains and locks still attached. Although there were reportedly 4 bodies found in this home, we didn't see any bloodstains, no blood splatters. In the back room, the most shocking find of it all, crucial items that had not been cleaned.
Now, did you hear that? They said they didn't find 0 blood stains. None. What's really going on? Something's rotten in Denmark. And when I tell you this shit goes deeper and higher than what you would think, people say, no, you crazy. This goes deep, high within the government, allegedly. Entertainment, allegedly. All of these high places in the Bible, they call them groves. There are the satanic and pagan things indulging in all type of witchcraft that's happening.
Collected.
That's them. Hey, that's them.
Is that hers?
Yep. Okay. Hold on.
Call the sheriff.
Yep.
Don't touch him, don't move him.
Ivy Webster's cell phone was tucked away in a laundry room cabinet, along with 2 other cell phones and 2 laptops. In the same room, syringes, what appears to be drug residue, and various items the family believes was used to
And what kind of drugs were they using? 99% chance it was methamphetamines. Now, like I said, meth is used by a lot of homosexuals, and it's also used by a lot of pedophiles. I did a video on that, of pedophilia and methamphetamines, and they use it to get rid of inhibition, so you don't feel no guilt in the moment. You can do whatever and feel okay about it. You don't feel nothing. So that's why methamphetamines is big in the pedophilia world and in the homosexual world. That's a fact.
torture their daughter before she was murdered. None of it collected.
Look how much, in the lube, and all this shit is just sitting out in the open.
Law enforcement until this family called the Okmulgee County Sheriff's Office and asked them to come back to the home and retrieve these items.
There you go.
Pictures were snapped and the items finally collected, but not without a brief explanation as to why it hadn't been done before.
I want more done.
The problem is, we don't know what else to do.
Like, there's a story to be told here.
Right.
We don't know what happened.
Don't know what else to do. I'm gonna say this.
And the reason why the parents are so upset, they know that their child is dead and they're not coming back. But you want some answers. You want some understanding. You want to know, how long has this been going on? Who else has he done this to? How long has he been in communication with my child? Has my child been received? You don't know, and you want some answers. You want your soul just won't let you settle. You can't rest properly. You can't. I know the parents are having trouble sleeping. It's a lot that's going on, and for this police department to basically act nonchalant. Look, they there taking pictures afterwards. You would think in an investigation they'd have did that beforehand. It took all the evidence and went through all the phones and all the computers, but it seems as if they didn't give a damn.
We don't have the only person that can tell us what happened.
He's dead. But we can try to piece it
And
together.
I want to say this was not done right. No crime scene
We
taken.
are open to any suggestions you all can
I'm saying
give.
this. They didn't do their job.
No, we open to any suggestions. What kind of mom and pop shop police department is going on? What in the Huckleberry Finn is happening here? This is absurd.
And the whole world's going to know it.
What would this accomplish?
It's not funny, but it's comical. If you just so happen to be watching this video and you made it this far within the video, you have to be scratching your goddamn head like, what is going on? This shit seems like the Twilight Zone. This is like the X-Files. What is happening? This can't even be real. I gotta hear him one more time.
Have the only person that can tell us what happened?
He's dead. But we can try to piece it
And
together.
I want to say this was not done right. No crime scene
We
taken.
are open to any suggestions you all can
I'm saying
give.
this. They didn't do their job, and the whole world's going to know it.
What would this accomplish?
Well, that'll accomplish that you guys ain't doing your goddamn jobs.
That my daughter got raped and murdered, and you're telling me right now that I don't have a right to know what happened? The story's right here. It's right here. And it's still sitting here. Still!
Disgusted with the investigation into his daughter's murder, he only saw more uncollected evidence on his walkout. Another phone in the top drawer of a nightstand, several computer towers, and a check made out to a local storage company still sitting in plain sight.
I'm upset.
Now, what's in that storage? You see what I mean? There could be other kids who have went missing that have been kidnapped. But I've said this time and time again. The United States alone, there's over 800,000 kids that go missing. We have the greatest intelligence apparatus in the history of mankind. They can read newspapers from low Earth orbit satellites. They can literally read a license plate from low Earth orbit satellites out in space. So if you kidnap a child on the street, that shit is recorded in the sky at all times. They can follow. And all these kids who going missing, you telling me you can't find damn near none of them? That's not true. That's why I say this shit goes way higher and way deeper than what people think. Allegedly.
Healing, trying to heal. Still confused. Still a lot of answers that need to be given.
We've spent the day trying to find out why the cell phones, why the laptops, and why the other evidence was left behind. We were told by a sheriff's investigator in Okmulgee County that they were only responsible for searching the property, not the house. He said the house was the sole responsibility of the OSBI, but the OSBI confirms its investigators were in the house. But they tell us those investigators were only providing assistance to the Okmulgee Police Department.
Oh, so now they playing the blame game. Yeah, they playing blame ping pong. They just slapping the blame back and forth to one another, and then everybody throws their hands up and say it wasn't me. It wasn't my fault. I don't know what happened. What? No, that was their fault. No, they said I was just there to help them, really. Oh, man, this thing is a shit show.
Today, neither the Okmulgee Police Department nor the Sheriff's Office nor the DA's office would comment on our story. The OSBI did issue a statement saying they will continue to support and assist our law enforcement partners and grieve with the families of this horrible event. The investigation is still ongoing.
And we will follow it. Thank you, Kaylee.
Yeah, I think
You guys, since I've been covering the news, that's one of the most unbelievable videos I've ever seen. I mean, as far as how the police conducted an investigation, that is absolutely mind-boggling and mind-blowing. That is unbelievable. But like I told you guys before, man, it's a lot of demonic spirits out here and a lot of people doing a lot of devilish things in the name of Satanism, in the name of worshiping the Baphomet. And as you can see, I've been covering it. I've been covering this shit. I've been telling people, hey man, I've been telling people time and time again, man, this is real. This video, I wanted to make it short, but there's no way I could have made this video short because it's just too unbelievable. It's too crazy. But I want to go over that Jesse McFadden case and, let people know that it's spiritual warfare at this point, and it goes deeper than what you think, and it's a little higher than what you think, coming from higher places. But this has been Sports Life and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel. I'm in for the news. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I just took your ass. I ain't never watched a video that was that shocking ride. Peace.